Hey everyone, this is Brian from One Stop Board Shop. We are going to install the new OSBS Sensor Guard for the Pint and Pint X today. Okay, so when you get your sensor guard, this is what's going to be in the box. You're going to have the sensor guard itself and this little hardware pack. I'll explain what that's for in a second. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove all of the bolts that are holding in your sensor pad. There are 6 of them, 2 under the bumper, 2 under your sensor pad, and 2 on top here. You also want to loosen up your fender delete a little bit on all 4 of them so that you can kind of shift it back a little bit, because you're going to need to squeeze the sensor guard in just a little bit because it's such a tight fit. So let's get going. Now when taking out these last 2 bolts, you're going to want to make sure that you hold the sensor pad so that it doesn't fall down. Now that we've got everything removed, you're going to want to just lift up your sensor pad, grab your sensor guard, and you can see these little edges here. These are going to clip in to the bottom of the sensor pad. So we're going to flip up the sensor pad, we're going to slide the sensor guard on, and then we're just going to make sure that those 2 edges are nice and caught on the sides of the sensor pad. Now you're going to flip it back down. Now the best way to get this thing in, because as I said, it's going to be a little bit squished, is to, I prefer to do the bottom bolt and the bottom of the sensor pad, and then do these 2 last. So we're going to flip it over and squeeze it in. So I see these 2 are actually lined up pretty well, so I'm actually going to start with these guys. Okay. Now we're going to get these 2 bumpers in. Now you want to keep some firm pressure on the bottom of the sensor pad here while you push these in, just to get nice and tight. All right. Now those are all in. We're going to flip this back over, put these last 2 in. Here's where this hardware kit comes into play. If these 2 stock screws, if you have trouble getting them in because the added thickness of the sensor guard is pushing too far up, we gave you some extra longer screws that you can use instead of. If you want to use these, we also include, they are a 2.5 millimeter hex head, and we include that hex L key for you to install that. Now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the stock screws. Now that one caught, let's see if the other one catches. If they do, we're good. They both caught. So we're not going to use the extended screws, but you feel free to use them if it makes the install easier. Now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the screws for the fender delete. Okay, so we've got our sensor guard installed. We went the gunmetal gray for this build. Looks awesome in my opinion. Now a nice pop of color, as well as our sensor pad is protected. And that's the most important thing. These sensor pads get beat up, so you gotta make sure you put your guard on to protect them. Anyway guys, stick around for more cool OSBS product drops as well as cool install videos. Link down below for everything you see on this build, including the OSBS Sensor Guard. If you have anything you want to see us put out, comment down below, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Stay riding.